Hey now, sugar. Granny was sure glad you came by tonight. Pull up that old stew, pour yourself a cup of tea. Tonight's tale takes us way back to when times were lean, bellies were empty, and every creak of an old house told a story. Now, I ain't saying all attics are haunted, but this one sure was. Let me take you back to a time when I was just around 12, 13 years old, and we moved into a place where something or someone had been waiting. This was back when Daddy got real sick. He'd worked the coal mine since he was barely big enough to swing a pickaxe. He got that lung disease. Doc said it was black lung. Not much could be done about it back then. We lost the farm, had to pack up what little we had and move out. Daddy found us a beat-up old two-story house sitting just outside of town. The rent was cheap, the roof didn't leak most days, and that was good enough for us. Mom and Daddy took the downstairs bedroom. The rest of us, well, the 8 kids still at home, we doubled up where we could. Me and my little sister got one of the upstairs rooms. We were grateful to have a door that shut, but we didn't expect it to lead into something else. Now, this room had one of them old wooden doors, not to the hallway, but to the attic. Creaky, splintered, and held shut by a little brass latch. The first night we heard it. Scratching, thumping, soft dragging sounds. Mama said it was just rats. But honey, those weren't just rats. Whatever was up there was big. Big enough that even the cats we brought in from Aunt Millie's barn wouldn't set foot upstairs. One of them tried once and bolted right back down, yowling like his tail was on fire. It got worse after that. Every few mornings we'd wake up and that attic door would be open, even though we latched it shut every single night. Daddy said it was the wind, so he put a lock on it. That settled things for a little while. But the night we found that door open with the lock still hanging from the handle, well, that was the night Daddy decided he had had enough. He told my oldest brother to fetch a lantern and follow him up. They were up there a while, dust and cobwebs, old rafters, forgotten trunks. Then we heard Daddy call out real low, "Go get your mama." When they came down, they were pale as ghosts. There, way in the back of the attic, behind some rotted boxes and broken picture frames, they found an old leather suitcase. Inside it, the tiny curled up skeleton of a child, still dressed in what looked like a Sunday outfit from long ago. None of us said a word for a long time. The man who rented the place to us came out the next day, said he had inherited the house years ago, never even set foot in that attic. But he had heard stories. Something about a child that went missing from the nearby town in the 1930s. A boy, maybe 4 or 5 years old. Folks thought he had wandered off. Search parties went out. Nothing was ever found until Daddy opened that suitcase. We never slept in that room again. Daddy moved our bed down to the living room, and it stayed there till we moved out. The attic door stayed shut after that, but the house never felt the same. Sometimes at night, you'd still hear soft footsteps above your head, or the tiniest knock on the wall, like a child trying to let you know he was still there. Some places keep their secrets, others try to share them. That old house gave up its ghost, but I reckon that little soul had been waiting a long time for someone to notice. Thanks for sitting with me tonight, Sugar. I'll be back next week with another story from deep in the holler, where memories are long, shadows are longer, and no attic door stays shut forever. Until then, keep your lantern lit and your attic shut tight. Good night now, Sugar.